What's up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to another game preview. I'm Zack Phillips, and today we're going to be taking a look at game number 60 of the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season as they take on the Pittsburgh Penguins for the very rare Sunday game. And on top of that, the very rare Sunday and afternoon game for this Leafs team as puck drop is at 1 o'clock here today. I tried to wait it out and see if we can get as much lineup information as possible. Seems like it's going to be a little bit hard to decipher, so today's video will be a little bit of a shorter one. We'll get into the line combinations for tonight as what we're expecting, given that there's literally multiple game time decisions. So we'll dig into the lineup, we'll dig into the starting goaltender, and we'll give out our best bet on the show here today. A presentation of Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N, all caps, code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right. We're going to go over to Daily Faceoff here, and we're going to take a look at the starting lines for tonight. And yeah, there's a lot of confusion that's going on here. So let me read you what tonight's lines are as per Daily Faceoff, and then we'll get into the game time decisions and who could possibly be out here. So going to Daily Faceoff's website, we see first line sticking together, Matthew Nyes, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. Think that makes sense there. Scored a nice goal the other day against the Rangers. Game winner, that is, as well. Pontus Holmberg, John Tavares, William Nylander currently listed as your second line. Bobby McMahon, Max Domi, Nick Robertson as your third. And then finally, you're going to get Steven Lorentz, David Kampf, and Ryan Reeves. So there's one guy we know will not be playing, and that will be Calle Jarnkrok. We did see him skating, but it was tweeted out by Mark Masters like an hour ago or even shorter than that Calle Jarnkrok confirmed will not play tonight. Against the Pittsburgh Penguins, or this afternoon. Got to stop saying tonight. You just muscle memory at this point. But Calle Jarnkrok will not be in against the Penguins. Now, your game time decisions as for your forwards are Steven Lorentz and Max Domi. I don't even have any more comments to it about these guys and what could happen. I have no idea whether they'll play or not. Honestly, the Leafs are the hardest organization to decipher through. Anthony Stolarz was day-to-day, and he missed 10 weeks. Max Pacioretty was playing on Friday night, and then all of a sudden Friday afternoon he was on IR. Like, who knows? These guys, they could be game time decisions, and then they're LTIR'd until game one of the playoffs. They could be game time decisions, and they play 25 minutes tonight. I have no goddamn clue. So this is what we're going to find out here as the day goes on, and we'll probably find out right at puck drop, but those are the guys who could potentially come out. We do know for sure Calle Jarnkrok will not be in. Now, those are your forward lines-ish. Some news on this, obviously, as Masters had said there. Calle Jarnkrok will join the lineup tomorrow night. And then you're going to see that the guys who missed some practice yesterday, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, he's a game-time decision on the defensive side. Domi and Lorentz, game-time decisions on the offensive side. But before we get further into the defense, if you guys were looking to get away from the snow and this cold, crappy weather, coming up very, very soon here as we are now into March, is the Nation vacation with the Leafs Nation. The first ever Leafs Nation vacation, and it's happening down in Nashville, March 20th to 23rd. The boys will be heading down to Nashville to take in a Leafs Preds game, have live podcasts, go to Carter Hutton's Love and Exile Wine Bar, as well as do a winery tour. It'll be an awesome time. Whether you're looking for flight packages or non-flight packages, we've got it all over at nationgear.ca. So head on over there. Jay Rosehill, Nick Alberga, Carter Hutton, the boys will all be down there March 20th to 23rd. It is rapidly approaching. You don't want to miss out on your chance for an unbelievable time with the Leafs Nation crew. Okay, defense for tonight's game. So you're already missing Chris Tanev. We know that. He's continued to be day-to-day. Oliver Ekman-Larsson would be a blow here because, I mean, you're going to be in a very, very tight spot if Oliver Ekman-Larsson doesn't play. So, I mean, just even checking out what you currently got for your lineups on Daily Faceoff. Morgan Rielly, Oliver Ekman-Larsson as your one pair. OEL day-to-day or game time or whatever the heck it is. with the Leafs, the veil of secrecy is hard to cut through, honestly. But that would mean Marshall Rafai would come in if OEL cannot play. Jake McCabe, Philippe Myers into your second pair. I thought Myers looked really good the other day. I don't know. He stepped up. He elevated his game. Simone Benoit was another guy who elevated his play the other night against the Rangers there as well. And then Connor Timmins as your 5-6 pairing. Those are your defensemen for tonight. Your power play units. Unit number 1, Matthew Nyes, John Tavares, William Nylander, Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews. Go back to the 5-forward unit. Your second unit, Bobby McMahon, Max Domi, Nick Robertson, OEL if he plays, and Morgan Riley. Those are your power play units. Honestly, this one with the lineups today, I know I've been short with it. I know I've not had too much analysis. Part of the problem here is just I feel like I'm going to finish this video within 30 seconds. We're going to find out there's basically entirely different lineups or line constructions or players in, players out, all that kind of stuff. It's a weird one. It's been weird monitoring this. I know it's tight to the game here as well, but I tried to wait it out as long as I could. The one thing we do know for sure as well is Joseph Woll will be your starting goaltender tonight. Sick the other day against the Rangers. Anthony Stolarz gets that start. He was unbelievable. The goaltending is even just a fraction of what it was of Anthony Stolarz' play the other night. You'll be in good shape, especially here tonight against the Penguins. Now let's get to our best bet of the night here, and our best bet is presented by Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account with Bet365 today. Bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, 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 all caps. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right. Best bet. It's time to get things back on track. If you've been following along with our best bets here on the show, it's not gone well over the last 5 games. Basically, the game before the break, and then since returning, we have lost every single bet. Luckily enough, we had built up enough of a bankroll and enough of a profit this season that it's just been dwindling down, but we are still up 5.25 units on the year. That would be a profit of $525 if you've been following along with every single bet that we've given out here on the show. So we're at least in a good spot that way, but that doesn't mean that we're okay with status quo and we're okay to continue losing. I'd like to turn things around here tonight, get back on a positive note, and maybe get one through the uprights here. So that would be with a win in our best bet, and we're going to head on over to Bet365. That is my favorite spot to be heading into the player props market. Bet365, more times than not, has the best number in market when it comes to these player props, and I love betting on my player props. So we're going to go over to Bet365. We go over to the Leafs Penguins game, then we go to the player props market. I've bet on shots on goal props over the last little while, and it hasn't gone that well. So tonight is something where I don't have as much of a mathematical edge. I'm just going to tell you that very honestly and upfront. There's not really an edge on this one, but there is some vibes. So we're going to talk about this and why this one, I think, is going to go, or I think the number is probably about where it should be. Let's just say that. But I feel like this one is something that we could take advantage of here. And maybe with all of these injuries and guys that could go out is where we could get the edge. So that's kind of the direction I want to go. We're going to go with John Tavares, anytime goal plus 200. $50 a half unit on this one. Will profit you $100 here tonight. So that's kind of the direction. We're looking to double up the money. We're going to get plus 200 on Johnny T. We're rooting for a goal scorer. I think the Leafs win this one. I feel like they win this one handedly, but that's kind of the area that I want to target for tonight's game. So Johnny T plus 200 anytime goal. Now, look, if you're going to get some injuries for some other guys, we've seen Craig Berube play this roster out before, and it's one of those things where it's like, hey, if I don't trust the guy, you're not going to get the minutes. If you're going to have guys sitting down, if you're going to go to a shortened bench, or you're going to have minor players coming in, whatever it may be, Berube just may not trust them and may ride some other guys more. So that's one spot that I look to. Johnny T also hasn't scored since last Saturday, and this is a guy who feels like he doesn't go extended periods of time without scoring, so just vibes-wise, it feels like he's going to get back on the board. Plus 200 is a comfortable number for me for John Tavares. That's a number that I've seen pop up a lot. It feels like it's the right spot. And quite honestly, I mean, this may come to bite me in the ass. I think the Penguins stink. Like, I think they suck. I think that Sidney Crosby, Evgeni Malkin, those are kind of your bright spots. Yeah, sure, they're getting some kids in there, but I feel like they're pretty awful. And other than like Crosby, Letang, and Malkin, it's like they're waving the white flag and calling it a season. Those guys obviously are not just gonna quit on you, but like, yeah, not pretty. Like, that's the honest thoughts. I feel like the Leafs should be able to handle this one. I feel like if you're gonna score a bunch of goals, John Tavares may be a benefactor of that. So that's the direction I'm heading here tonight. But that's it for me. That's all I got for the pregame show here today. That is our best bets. Those are the lineups. If you did enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel, Leafs Nation 401 right here on YouTube. We will be live after today's game for another Leafs Nation After Dark. But a Leafs Nation like at sunset maybe is the more appropriate way to put this one here tonight. Regardless, we will be live following today's game around 3:45 Eastern time to break this one down. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, all that kind of stuff. Drop your predictions down below. We will see you guys for Leafs Nation After Dark. Until then, keep leafing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos, make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.